Let's find out, is this phone gonna satisfy me enough to switch from my iPhone 15 Pro to the brand new Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Brand new flat screen design, new titanium body, brand new AI features, a full complete $1,300 and powerhouse of an Android phone, which we have here on the channel today. We have hands on this box pack Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. This phone comes in 4 different colors, the titanium gray, the titanium black, the titanium violet, and the titanium yellow. Now out of all these colors, the black one in specific really caught my attention. One, because I already have the natural titanium in my iPhone 15 Pro, and number 2, it just seemed more classy and the safest option out of all the colors to go with the black one. Now, without wasting any more time, let's quickly jump in and unbox this. Here we have the device after the unboxing. This is the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra in black titanium. It's absolutely stunning, and while we're on the subject, let's go ahead and talk about the design. Now, in the design of the S24 Ultra, there's not much of a difference compared to the last S23 Ultra or the S22 Ultra. We've still got the 3-4 cameras in the back, the flash. We've got the same screen size, but this time around we've got a flat screen. I mean, the curved edges are gone from Samsung, and we have the brand new titanium body, which means this is more durable and much lighter in weight. Now, obviously, looking on the spec sheet, it's only 2 grams lighter. When you hold it in your hand, 2 grams makes a lot of difference. Got the phone all set up here, the beautiful flat screen display. The phone just looks amazing in my opinion. It's beautiful. One thing I do realize, which is going to be a problem, is the edges. It's got very sharp edges this time around, and definitely, obviously, it's a huge phone. Me personally, I'm not that big of a fan of big phones. That's why I opted for the iPhone 15 Pro compared to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. But obviously in this, you have to go for the Ultra to get the maximum capacity of the Android. Holding a bigger phone seems like gonna, damage the palm of your hand. Very sharp, pointy edges here. Now, another thing in the design is the display. The size of the display is 6.8 inches, just like last year's S23 Ultra. But this time, Samsung has completely flattened out the display. The curved edges are gone, which, to be honest, I'd rather stick to the curved edges. It seemed something unique that only Samsung offered. All iPhones till now have not been able to achieve the curved edges. So it was something unique for the Samsung. They should have stick to it. But still, it's a full screen to body ratio. The bezels are fairly thin on this, and yeah, I think they should have stick to the edges, but it still looks great. This time Samsung has added 2600 nits of peak brightness, and not just that, they added some sort of coating on this display, something like an anti-glare, which means no direct sunlight is really gonna be bouncing off your screen that much compared to all other phones, and you're gonna be able to see this phone's display in even direct sunlight when you're outside, which is something very unique and a good idea. So we will be testing out the display more in a more detailed review. Enough of the display now, let's move on to the performance. Now let's talk about the performance. Obviously, when we talk about the performance, we're going to be talking about the chip that's going to be used inside the S24 Ultra. The S24 Ultra this year is coming with the Snapdragon Generation 3 chip. This is not an ordinary Snapdragon Generation 3 chip. This chip is specifically designed for the Samsung S24 Ultra and will not be allowed to be used in any other Android phone. Now we all know that, to be very honest, Apple has always been far beyond Samsung when it comes to processors. Apple's been the king of processors when it comes to the chips of smartphones. Apple has actually mastered it. But this time around, Samsung does really feel confident that the Snapdragon Generation 3 chip used in the S24 is definitely going to be beating Apple. They seem confident. Now, obviously, if you've got the phone just now, we're going to leave that for later. Now, another reason for Samsung to add such a powerful chip in this powerhouse phone was the AI functionalities. Now, all the AI functionalities packed inside this phone, such a powerful chip is required for them to work. The chip used in the Samsung S24 also promises amazing gaming performances. I mean, this chip will be able to handle all sorts of gaming you throw at it, like PUBG, any other games, popular games out there in Pakistan or around the world. Now, when we talk about gaming specifically, there are phones out there specifically dedicated to gaming. Those phones are usually much thicker in size with big cooling systems. They do give you a little bit more frames, but is it really worth it to go for a specific gaming phone rather than the S24 Ultra, which is so slim, so beautiful in design, and is a good phone to carry around for all other aspects as well? In my opinion, I don't really think so, but let me know yours down in the comment below. Oh, and one more thing. While you're down in the comment section, do consider subscribing. Help us get to 500 subscribers. Now, moving on, let's get to one of the most exciting and main aspect of every smartphone when you unbox a new one is the camera unit. So let's start off with the front camera in the display. It's a very small punch hole inside the display, a 12 megapixel selfie camera, barely noticeable for any of your usage on your display. Then we have a 200 megapixel main camera sensor, a 10 megapixel 3x camera zoom, and finally this time, what's a little weird is this time we have a 50 megapixel 5x camera compared to last year's 10 megapixel 10x camera. So slightly increasing the megapixels and putting them in a less zoom camera. Definitely there is something better planned in this. We're gonna have to test that out. Now, obviously there's always two segments in which you test out a camera. One is obviously the hardware, the sensors that are installed inside the device, and one is the software side of the camera. In terms of software, Samsung S24 Ultra has now so many AI features packed inside the camera. This will definitely be taking this phone a big jump further compared to all other phones. I mean, yes, there is the Google Pixel that just came out, but without a test right now, I'm very confident this definitely takes AI features in the camera a step further. So we're gonna have to test that out as well. Now, heading over to the brand new AI features for what this phone is known about. Now, obviously, we're stepping into a new era now. This is the AI era, where the race for the most powerful processor or the highest megapixel count is taking a backseat. AI is definitely the future, and Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra is definitely leading the charge with the brand new groundbreaking AI features. First, let's talk about circle to search, which for me is on definitely top of the list. Now, yes, it is Google Lens. We've got it in every other phone, but the way Samsung's moved this into this phone, it's very unique, it's very good, and much more practical. I mean, while we're on the subject, the phone comes with an S Pen, this time much more responsive. You actually get the feel of it as well. I have tested it out a little bit by writing and stuff, so you do get the feeling of actually using a pen. But circle to search this time, this is how you use it. I'm explaining all these AI features, I've rated them as priority and how we actually use them in our daily lives. So first one was circle to search. Definitely I will be using that a lot in my daily lives, in my routine. Second is the instant slow-mo. With the Galaxy S24, let's see how you use the instant slow-mo, and it's, I think, a much practical use in our daily lives for everyone. Like, you remember how you always is watching a video and all of a sudden something quickly skips by your eye, the human naked eye, and you're struggling to go back. You pause and play. You're trying to stop at that very moment just to see what your human eye skipped. Now with the instant slow-mo, I definitely see a practical use for this. Next AI feature in this device is the live translation feature. The live translation feature fully eliminates all barriers between humans that interact in different countries, that travel. I mean, most of the time within one country, there's so many languages spoken. Having Pakistan in mind, there's like at least 10 different languages just in Pakistan, and then different languages around the world. One thing I would like to mention is the Samsung Galaxy S24 does not have all the languages included at the moment. It does have some popular ones. Enough for your travel. I mean, a lot of people travel. I travel as well. So this eliminates all language barriers for people to communicate. You can do it in phone calls, and you can do it while you're in person with someone as well. Now, this next AI feature is very good, very nice, and I'm very excited about it. I am one of those people who loves a good wallpaper on their phone, who likes their phone's display to look nice and attractive. So Samsung, this time around, the AI feature they present is generative wallpaper. I mean, you put a prompt in, you don't 100% have control over it. Let's go ahead and I'll show you it, but you can now generate your own wallpaper. Now, apart from all the AI features that I mentioned earlier, we do have the photo editing, where you can edit your photos. Those features are a bit common now. I mean, the Google Pixel did introduce them. Most of the Android phones have them. We've got those common features as well. So that was all from the Samsung Galaxy S24. For now, there's a lot of stuff packed in this phone, which I would have not been able to cover in this single video. Do hit the subscribe button, because I will be getting in detail of each feature of this phone. And as we move along, I'm gonna be using this as a second phone for now, and I'll see how my experience is. Most potentially, this is gonna be replacing my iPhone now. Until then, you guys take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.